Factors cause civilization to change over time. Note taking study guide page 166 and 167. We're going to talk about China and we're going to talk about Japan. First, we'll talk about China. What changes in China took place over time. And first, talk about the aspects of society. First aspect of society is government. They had strong, efficient leaders. They had the merit system developed. Mongols conquered a vast empire that changed their government. And then the Ming overthrew the Mongols, restored Chinese rule, sponsored expeditions, and turned inward. So government has a major, can cause civilization change over time. The next thing that can cause civilization change over time is philosophy and religion. You have the three ways: Taoism, Confucianism, and Buddhism. You have the influence of Neo-Confucianism, and you have Chinese culture and thought. They impacted East Asian countries around it, like Korea, Japan, Vietnam. Those are the main ones that they influence. The next aspect that can change civilization is agriculture. Rice rose as the most important crop. Population boomed. Trade increased. The Tang returned private ownership of land and an imbalance of wealth, and this created an imbalance of wealth in society. So agriculture also has an impact. And the last two are technology and commerce. First, technology. You had gunpowder for weapons, this changed warfare. Printing increased literacy, and you had Chinese-led and shipbuilding technologies, magnetic compass, aided navigation, so they were able to have explorations that other countries at this time were not able to have. And then the final factor that causes civilization change, in China's case, is commerce. Food surplus, the Grand Canal, and money economy increased trade. Mongols reopened the Silk Road, and Chinese technology spread because of this reopening of the Silk Road. Japan, changes in Japan over time. The influence of Chinese culture is the first thing. Chinese writing system was the basis of for a new system of writing in Japan called kana. You had Chinese calendar. You had the structure of the Chinese court or Confucianism. In government changes. You had Prince Toku united Japan at first. Then you had the Taiko reform. This led to, then you had feudalism rise, the Taira-Minamoto rivalry in that kind of area of the Shogun history. And you had, finally, Tokugawa united Japan and brought peace and stability to Japan. So government can have a large impact on society. You have social systems. You have clan organization in Japan, as well as rise of feudalism and new social rules. This had a major impact in Japan. Arts also changed Japan over time. You had literature, you had drama, you had art, and these were unique forms of art in Japan. And finally, philosophy and religion can cause a civilization over time. You have Shinto influences coupled with Buddhism from Korea and Confucianism and Buddhism. Buddhism developed distinct forms in Japan, and then you also have Confucianism from China.